Estamos hoy con el placer de que nos acompañe Koen Timmers. Él es un profesor que lleva adelante iniciativas medioambientales y grandes logros en lo que es la educación, justamente del cuidado de nuestro planeta. Koen, thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi,
And
good evening.
just to begin with, and just to get some context, what do you think is the main compromise among teachers in order to try to be the ones that motivate new generations into the care of the world nowadays and the environment?
Yeah, so I think that education is really crucial in this process to strive for a better climate.
Mhm.
And I think the first thing is that we need to get it on the agenda and the national curriculum. We need to make sure that teachers are able to teach about climate change and environmental injustice. But also, when they start teaching about it, I think it would be crucial to know how to do that. Many teachers don't exactly know how to do this. And there's basically two approaches. One of those approaches is that you ask your students to memorize a definition about climate change, and then you assess, and that's it. But the other part is that you ask them to come up with ideas to solve the problem and even take meaningful action. And that is something what will create impact. And what we want to do with that is that we change the students' behavior, but also society's mindset by doing this.
Now, what do you exactly do? Because we know you have great initiatives that
Mhm.
really do change the life of students, and therefore they can change the environment of the whole community where they live.
Yeah, so I noticed that technology is really able to do more than just the basic stuff. It allows you to connect students from across the world and make learning a global process, basically. What we did in Africa is offering free quality education to refugees by connecting teachers from across the world, from every continent, even in your country, and connecting those teachers and students with the refugees so that they were able to learn from each other as well. A great way to fight polarization. But another thing, and then going back to climate, is that we created the Climate Action Project. And this allows students and teachers to go on a 6 weeks journey. They have to explore, to brainstorm, to come up with ideas, solutions, and share those online so that everybody is able to learn from each other, synchronous, but also in an asynchronous way by creating videos. And this is a great way to learn in an authentic way. And then students will find out that climate change is very different in very different continents as well. So you may have mud flows and floodings, but also tornadoes or bushfires. And that is really authentic and really meaningful to the students. And the solutions they come up with is really overwhelming. It's just like mind-blowing what happens in those classrooms. It's just going outside the classroom walls. It's making national change as well. Yeah,
Amazing to just give them the opportunity to open their minds and to just
yeah.
get all that creativity and potential they have in order to, again, just not change the whole world, but also in a more practical way, just to change the way they live on a daily basis. Um,
Yeah.
Now, if we think, and I'll ask you to tell us a little bit what's going on in our country, because you mentioned it, that
Mhm.
those initiatives are here in Chile too. But before that, if we come back to our reality right now through pandemic, it's been said already that after this, when this passed post-pandemic, things will change or should change. Are you optimistic or not about what could really happen after all this?
I think we need to be optimistic. That's the only way forward. Otherwise, there will be a gap. I'm a bit concerned about the haves and the have-nots. Those who don't have technology will be missing out on education. But I'm quite hopeful when it comes to teachers will find new ways to reach their children. The pandemic will eventually go away, hopefully. But we all notice that it's really important to have social context, to have interactions with each other at the same place.
Mhm.
But technology may help to catch up a few things of those.
Well, when you talk about technology and what it can do to students and for students, That has been one of the main issues here for education online during the pandemic, is the fact that not everybody has access to technology. So what do you propose then? How do you solve that issue?
Yeah. So what happened right now in the first wave is that teachers, all of a sudden, they went to Zoom because that was told to them by society, by the school leaders, etc. But I think in the second wave, teachers will become more like pedagogical engineers, being really creative and making sure that they will start using technology in a very creative way. For example, every topic, every teacher, every student, school, even culture requires a different approach. When we teach English or Spanish, it may make sense to go live and have a synchronous connection with each other like we are doing right now. But when we are teaching other subjects, it may make sense to create small videos which you send to the students. And so one family with 3 students doesn't require to have more than one laptop. Otherwise, that's not going to make any sense. And then we can strive to other new scenarios in which some students, they need that personal approach. They will go live online, and others, they will create, they will receive videos. There's even ways that students can work together online. I think that the parents will be crucial part of this as well. And I think that teachers, maybe we will go to a hybrid scenario in which we will go to school and then we are at home. There will be combinations, but there's no holy grail. That's really important. Everybody expects us to say like, this is how it's going to be, but it will be different in very different communities as well.
And finally, in order for people to get in touch either with your initiative or the things that you do, how can they do it?
Yeah, so we created a website and everybody's at that one same spot. They're all sharing what they made and what they found out. And that's climate-action.info. That's the website. It's free. It has a free curriculum with in Spanish, which is crucial. So everything is in Spanish available as well, and English, basically in 15 different languages. It's all free. Feel free to join climate-action.info. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Koen Timmers. Thank you so much for this connection, for your time, and hope you have just a lot of coming sessions in the future so that you can keep on influencing children.